Many people wouldn't have considered themselves runners in the past 10 years, but now, almost everyone seems to be running in some capacity, whether it's the entire length of Africa, bumping elbows at the starting line of a park run, or waiting for that elusive result of a World Major Marathon lottery application. How did we get here? The 1970s running boom marked a significant cultural shift towards fitness and recreational running in the United States and other parts of the world. Here too, we saw the growing awareness of the importance of physical fitness and health due to various social and cultural factors, including rising concerns about obesity and heart disease. The term jogging became popularized during this time, encouraging people to engage in regular, low-intensity running as a form of exercise.
Making yourself physically fit will develop your cardiovascular system along with the respiratory system. It can not only control the waistline, but prolong your life. Jogging is one activity that leads to physical fitness. It takes little equipment. Just jogging shoes and a place to jog.
Prominent figures like Jim Fixx, author of The Complete Book of Running, helped popularize jogging as a fitness activity.
Hi, I'm Jim Fixx, and we're going to spend the next hour or so talking about running.
The 1970s witnessed a surge in the popularity of running as a recreational activity. Marathons and road races became increasingly common, with events like the New York City Marathon experiencing significant growth in participation.
There were 55 finishers the first year. In 1976, in the United States bicentennial year, race founder Fred Lebow and other officials boldly took the chance of moving the race to the streets of the city, encompassing all 5 boroughs. The running boom across the country was just beginning, and the timing of a high-visibility marathon could not have been better.
Here in Australia, this saw the birth of the Gold Coast Marathon on the 2nd of September 1979.
It all began as a health awareness campaign. It was on for young and old, looping the aisles of Chevron and Capri, when a lady named Mary and a bloke called Eric took gold.
The emergence of companies like Nike played a crucial role in the running boom. Nike's innovative running shoes, such as the Nike Waffle Trainer, became an iconic symbol of the era. The company's marketing campaigns also helped promote running as a fashionable and accessible activity. The running boom of the 1970s was also influenced by broader social and cultural trends, including the counterculture movement, which emphasized individualism and self-expression. This youth movement criticized consumerism, promoted peace, and yearned for individualism.
I mean, up to date, the world has been in such bad condition that love is a very good start to get it cleaned up, I think.
The 1960s and 70s revolutionized pop culture and encouraged social reform. This 20-year period was a turning point in history that influenced future decades, and still has an impact on the present day. Running became associated with a sense of personal empowerment and liberation. The running boom fostered a sense of community and camaraderie among participants. Local running clubs and groups formed, providing support, encouragement, and social connections for runners of all levels. The running boom of the 1970s has had a lasting impact on the sport of running, laying the foundation for its continued growth and popularity in subsequent decades. It helped establish running as a mainstream fitness activity and contributed to the proliferation of organised running events worldwide. Here in Melbourne, Australia, the COVID pandemic back in 2020 left everyone with just an hour or 2 a day to exercise. Suddenly, we were left with these huge voids of time to fill, our worlds blending together all at once. I also feel the idea that anyone could be a runner grew out of the pandemic.
A lot of people took up running.
Everyone can become a runner.
What if I tried running?
So I decided to try running.
As the world started to re-emerge out of lockdowns and the pandemic itself, I feel like the social aspect of running grew with run clubs, seeing hundreds of runners gather together no matter their running ability. According to an article on Run Repeat, there was a significant increase in the number of people running during the pandemic. The increase was due to various factors, including the need for physical activity during the lockdowns and the social aspect of running. Running clubs saw an increase in participation, showing that running has become a popular social activity. Despite the physical challenge, the idea that anyone can become a runner has encouraged many people to take up the sport. Statistics in this article showed that over 28% of current runners started their running during the pandemic, and their motives for starting running in the first place are changing. Physical health is noted as the primary motivation for 72% of new pandemic runners. This was an 18% increase in comparison to other runners who started before the pandemic. Looking at this sudden interest that has happened as a result of the COVID pandemic, it has presented some challenges, particularly with this newfound interest in running the world major marathons. Major marathons like the Boston Marathon or London Marathon have historically been oversubscribed, with limited spots available and high demand from runners around the world. The pandemic, though, has also exacerbated this challenge, as deferred entries from cancelled races, along with pent-up demand, increasing competition for entry slots. We can also see this challenge exemplified this year with over 840,000 lottery registrations for the 2025 London Marathon. Despite the many challenges us runners face, many of us have demonstrated resilience and adaptability in navigating the evolving landscape of running events through a pandemic. They have embraced virtual races, adjusted their training plans, and remained committed to pursuing their running goals, even in these uncertain times. With the growth of social media and realization that people can monetize their content, has arguably also fueled this surge in popularity. People of all fitness levels, shapes, and sizes are achieving major running milestones. Our ability to influence other people has grown exponentially and freely through the use of social media. Brands too are now investing in running content creators who have their own smaller niche communities within the wider running one. Although we've had an image as to what a runner is when it was popularized back in the 1970s, in 2024, anyone can look online and find someone who has had or is on a similar journey. Couch to 5K is one of the prime examples that sees many runners spring to higher running feats, like completing a marathon. This begs the question, just how long will we see this running boom continue? Races are selling out quicker than before, and some greedy people are looking to make a quick profit off the influx of people getting into running. But I also feel like we're at a point with social media where audiences are now maturing too, so it will be interesting to see just how this space will evolve in the coming years. Ultimately though, running is human. It is a connection with yourself, with other people, and with our world. But who can deny, it's always better with others to join in on the journey along the way.